Hey, friends. It's good to be here with you tonight, and I want you to stay with me for the next few minutes because what we're about to talk about connects directly to your monthly check, your bank balance, and the timing of the money you depend on to live. The topic is a late night Social Security timing alert that can show up at the end of a month, especially when the calendar lines up with weekends, federal holidays, or overnight bank processing. Please don't panic, but please don't ignore this either. When timing shifts at the end of the month, even if the amount stays the same, it can still affect when you can buy food, pay rent, refill medicine, or keep the lights on. Let's get grounded right away. This is about payment timing, not benefit loss, not cuts, not cancellations, and not a sudden disqualification. It's about how the Social Security Administration, the United States Treasury, and your bank move deposits through a chain of systems that do not all run on the same clock. Some of you might see your deposit right after midnight. Some might see it pending, some might not see it available until morning. Others might see it the next business day. That difference alone has been enough in the past to create a lot of fear, so we're going to separate what is confirmed from what is not. Here's what is confirmed. The Treasury releases large batches of benefit payments on fixed processing schedules. Banks then post those funds based on their own overnight systems and business rules. When a month ends on or near a weekend or a federal holiday, posting times can shift by hours, or sometimes into the next business day. Here's what is not confirmed. There is no verified announcement saying benefits are being stopped, suspended, or reduced tonight as a blanket action. There is no official statement that end-of-month payments are canceled across the board. There is not a single universal delay that hits every recipient the same way. If you hear dramatic claims online, slow down and breathe. Those claims spread fast because they trigger fear, not because they're verified. So what should you do right now? For most people, the answer is simple but important. Do not assume something is wrong just because your balance doesn't change exactly at midnight. Do not assume your record is under review. Do not assume your eligibility changed, and absolutely do not respond to any call, text, email, or direct message claiming they can fix your payment for a fee, a gift card, a wire transfer, or a prepaid card. That is a scam every time. Government agencies do not operate like that. If someone is pressuring you, threatening you, or rushing you, that is your sign to stop and protect yourself. Now let's talk about why this feels so heavy. When you live on a fixed income, the last week of the month is often the tightest stretch. The refrigerator gets quieter, the gas gauge gets lower, the medicine cabinet gets counted carefully, the bank balance gets watched dollar by dollar. So when you hear words like midnight change or end-of-month timing shift, your body reacts before your brain has time to analyze it. That reaction is not weakness, it's responsibility. It's survival on a budget that doesn't leave much room for error. You followed the rules, you worked, you contributed, you earned these benefits. So even a few hours of uncertainty can feel deeply unsettling. Here's the part most people are never told, and it's the part that can help you sleep a little better tonight. The Social Security Administration does not personally push a button at midnight and send money into your bank account. What actually happens is a chain. Social Security authorizes the payment. The United States Treasury prepares an electronic payment file. That file moves through a federal payment network. Your bank receives it. Then your bank decides when, within its own internal processing cycle, to make those funds available in your account. That last step is critical because your bank's clock is not the same as your neighbor's bank's clock. Some banks post as soon as the file hits their system. Some wait until the next internal batch run. Some show pending for hours. Some release very early, some later in the morning, and some not until the business day officially starts. This is where many rumors begin. One person checks at midnight and sees nothing. Another person sees the deposit pending. Another person sees the full amount already available. Then social media turns those different experiences into a single scary story. So let's do a reality check. If someone says end-of-month payments are being stopped, that's a claim that requires official verification, and you should not treat it as truth based on a screenshot or a rumor. If someone says a new rule is cutting benefits overnight, That's also something that would come with official communication, not a sudden midnight surprise. And if someone tells you that not seeing a deposit at midnight means your account is in trouble, remember that midnight is not a universal posting time. It's just the start of an overnight processing window for many institutions. Who tends to notice timing differences the most? People receiving supplemental security income, because those payments are tied to the first of the month and can shift around weekends and holidays. People receiving retirement or survivor's benefits, especially when the calendar straddles month end and bank batch cycles. People receiving Social Security disability insurance on similar schedules. Dual beneficiaries who receive more than one payment stream, because those streams can arrive in separate processing waves. People with a representative payee because the payee's bank schedule controls availability. Some veterans and other Treasury-linked beneficiaries can also see timing shifts when weekends and holidays change the processing rhythm. And if Medicare premiums or other deductions are involved, the way your net amount appears during processing can look different from moment to moment, even when nothing is wrong. Let me make this real with a simple example. Imagine a widow in her 70s named Carol. Her benefit covers rent, utilities, and groceries. Her deposit usually shows up early in the morning. One month, the calendar lines up differently and she checks at midnight. Nothing. Her chest tightens and her mind races. She wonders if she missed a letter, if something changed, if she did something wrong. But later that morning, the deposit posts in full. Same amount, same program, same eligibility. The system's clock moved, she did not. The money didn't vanish. It simply wasn't released into available status yet. That timing gap can feel especially long when your balance is low. You might have enough to get through the night, but not enough to pay a bill that hits early or to refill a prescription the next morning. So, if you're feeling anxious, I want you to hear this clearly. In most end-of-month situations like this, the explanation is mechanics, not punishment. It's processing order, not a personal judgment about you. You did not fail. You did not suddenly become ineligible because of the clock. And you are not alone in feeling the pressure because millions of people live on carefully timed deposits. Now let's walk through what to do if your payment is not showing as available when you expected it. First, check your bank's pending deposit section. Many banks display the deposit there before it becomes spendable. Sometimes the deposit is in your account history but not in your available balance yet. Second, allow a normal processing window when weekends or federal holidays are involved. In many cases, waiting up to a few business days can still be normal, especially if the last day of the month runs into a weekend and the next business day is the first practical posting day for your bank. Third, if you have access, log into your online Social Security account and look at your payment history. You're simply confirming that a payment was issued and scheduled, which can calm the nervous system even before the bank updates. Next, double-check your direct deposit information if you recently changed accounts, changed banks, or updated details. Even a small error in a routing number or account number can create delays, and sometimes updates take time to fully process. Also consider whether there could be an offset or withholding that applies in your situation, such as an adjustment tied to premiums, a documented recovery action, or another authorized withholding. These actions are typically accompanied by notices and documentation. If you have received mail recently that you haven't opened yet, it's worth taking a calm look. Not because you should expect bad news, but because information reduces uncertainty. If the normal waiting window passes and you still do not see the payment, that's when you move from waiting to asking. Contact your bank first to confirm whether they have received an incoming Treasury deposit that is pending release, and ask what their posting schedule is during overnight processing and month-end cycles. If the bank confirms they have not received anything and your online payment history indicates a payment should have been issued, then contact Social Security through official channels. When you call, have your identifying information ready, along with the bank name and the last digits of the account, the month you're asking about, and any notices you've received recently. Being prepared saves time and lowers stress because you won't have to scramble while you're already anxious. Let's pause here for another safety reminder because scammers love moments like this. If anyone contacts you claiming your benefit is on hold and must be released with a gift card, that your payment is under investigation and you must wire money, or that you will be arrested over a deposit issue that is not Social Security, not the Treasury, not Medicare, and not any legitimate agency. It is a scam. Real agencies do not demand secret payments, do not threaten you into silence, and do not ask you to verify your identity by sending money or buying cards. The safest move is to hang up, block the number, and if you're unsure, call the agency back using an official number you look up independently, not the number that contacted you. Now, if you're in that uncomfortable gap where you truly need funds right away, it can help to have a practical backup plan for a day or two, even while the system catches up. If you have a trusted family member, friend, or caregiver, let them know what you're seeing so you're not carrying the worry alone. If food is running low, local community resources and food programs exist for exactly these moments. Area agencies on aging can often point you to local support, and state health insurance assistance programs can help with Medicare-related questions and guidance. Needing short-term help does not erase a lifetime of work and contribution. It simply means the calendar and the systems are doing what they sometimes do, and you deserve support while you wait. Here's what I want you to remember tonight. A midnight or end-of-month timing difference usually reflects bank and treasury processing, not a loss of benefits. Different banks post at different times, and pending does not mean denied. Weekends and holidays often shift availability by hours or into the next business day. If a payment seems late, follow a calm check process before assuming the worst. Look for pending deposits, check your payment history if you can, allow normal processing time, confirm with your bank, and then contact the agency through official channels if the delay goes beyond what is normal. Protect yourself from scams by refusing any demand for gift cards, wire transfers, or urgent fees to release a benefit. Most of all, I want to say this clearly and calmly. These benefits are not charity. They are earned insurance. They are the result of decades of work, service, and contribution. Whether you are retired, widowed, disabled, a veteran, or a caregiver holding a household together on a tight budget, you matter. If something looks different tonight, it does not mean you failed. It does not mean you are in trouble. It often means the system clock is turning, and sometimes it turns awkwardly at the end of the month. Take a slow breath, check again during morning hours, and use the steps we walked through to replace fear with clarity